So yes, I am Aleyda, I'm an SEO consultant. I do speak a bit also and try all of this sort of things. Among them video, which I am going to speak about later today. And so happy to be here. It's beautiful, right? And the whole thing about Cambridge is that when Andrew invited me to come, I retweeted his tweet saying that I was going to come. And I was like very looking forward to see you all in Oxford. You know, this the type of thing that, yeah, indeed, like posh city with posh university, Oxford, Cambridge. Anyway, so I'm very happy to be actually here. But anyway, I'm coming here today to speak about a little bit about video optimization. But right, I'm an SEO, right? How come I end up speaking about it? It's because I want to share my journey, because at some point at the beginning of last year, I saw these numbers, right? More than 1 billion users over YouTube is impressive. There's a trend going on. And realistically, now we have the confirmation, but this has been happening for a while. I had the opportunity to interview a few of the Google Webmaster Trends analysts last December. And they were confirming that something that they don't see people talking enough about, but it is very important as part of a new trend in search, is media type of optimization. And they speak a lot about images optimization because that is the low-hanging fruit that all of the websites have. But video is part of that. And realistically, with video optimization, we don't only target Google, which is the main search engine and the most popular one, but also the second one, which is YouTube, right? The top second website and search engine too, right? So it's a win-win type of effort that we will be doing at the end of the day. And realistically, even if we don't tend to think as video as a format that will help with our conversions, right? That take a little bit of an effort, and people won't end up buying through YouTube or through the video. Realistically, a lot of data, and I will be sharing my slides, and you will be able to take a look at a lot of the data that even Google itself, they have shared over the years about the role of video to incentivize, to take action through the customer journey and how it will end up benefiting conversions too. So beyond all of this, right, it should be also enriching the experience of your users. And we all know how in some landing pages for complex type of products, the best way to convince a customer is by explaining something, showing it, right? So it is a win-win from all different sides. So at the end of the day, I realized this last year, and one of my goals in 2019 was to take the leap and start testing a bit with video. But of course, I had no idea what was that because I was not focused on video at all. So I started testing a few things from an SEO perspective, right? And this is what I want to share with you today. And realistically, I love how professionals, of course, they share a little bit of their kit. This is the one that I use, very straightforward, you know, entry-level type of thing. I love how you share actual websites where we can look for music and intros and everything. I ended up going to Fiverr. And there is a guy, actually he has, it's amazing, thousands of reviews, 5 stars, because it seems that he spends his days like doing music for intros, and I pay 29 euros or so. Anyway, there's a little bit for everybody, right? And there's no excuse to not start realistically. So my purpose was to answer a few key questions in order to identify how I could maximize my effort, right? How I could grow the views of my videos, how I could better engage with my audience. So I asked some of the typical questions that we ask in SEO through the optimization process, but applying it to video optimization. I wanted to better understand the ranking factors, right? I wanted to better identify opportunities and measuring the video results, and how I could use the videos to better improve also the rankings of my own website, etc. So let's go through the journeys and a few things that I actually discovered. The first thing is that YouTube video discovery goes beyond in YouTube search, right? And in my SEO mind, I was like, I want to optimize for relevance, popularity. I will end up ranking in the first position for everything. I will grow like this, like what we tend to try to do with Google, right? But realistically, YouTube is not only a search engine, but a social platform too. And 70% of their activity and traffic that they have within the platform is actually recommended by their own algorithm, right? So YouTube search is one of many other in-platform and out-platform type of channels. So you can see that we have playlists, channel pages, advertising, video cards, notification. I'm going to go through a few of this. And even channels that come from external traffic sources. So if we dig a bit, we are going to see how, for example, Google search, they send non-trivial traffic to YouTube, and one of the reasons, surprise, surprise, is that we dig a little bit of the data, for example, from SEMrush and Orainti, we are going to see that a non-trivial share of the videos that end up shown in Google search results are from YouTube. In fact, more than 80% of the videos that are included within the video carousel in Google are from YouTube. I won't say what it might be or not, or if they give preference or not, but this is the reality, right? So we will be, overlooking a huge opportunity also to leverage this. Also, to grow your YouTube discoverability, you need relevance, retention, and engagement. So this is the thing. YouTube's algorithm has two goals. The first is to help each viewer to find videos that they want to watch. Yeah, reasonable. And the second is to get the viewers to keep watching more of what they like again and again and again. And they are actually really good at it. The recommendations keep mobile users engaged for 60 minutes at a time. That is a lot. And these principles are used within everywhere in YouTube, right? Like suggested videos, the search, also home videos, trending videos, subscriptions tabs, notifications. There is a whole series of functionalities to make this happen. And YouTube will tend to follow the audience behavior, what users watch and don't watch, what users like and dislike, how much time users spend watching the video, the engagement and retention of the video, or the non-interested type of feedback too. So we can see this if we pay attention a lot across the different areas of the YouTube functionalities and options that they provide to the user, right? That they provide topically related videos that viewers watch along the current video, videos from viewers' patch history too, that they will tend to like more. Even in the home page, if we see here how often the channel or topic is viewed by the user, how well the video has engaged and satisfied similar users than you, or how many times the video has been shown to. So we can see that in every single area of YouTube, these principles to engage the user and retain the user are applied again and again. And actually, there has been a few studies, large-scale type of studies that SEOs have done in the past. So for example, there is a really good one at the Brixby website here, that they analyze the correlation of many of these factors. And we can see here the views, the channel subscriber, the likes, the comments is not really a surprise, and we are going to see how there's consistency among many of this. This is another study that Randy McLinko did also a while ago, and there's a lot of consistency. So at the end of the day, we end up realizing is not only the relevance, of course, that the video should match what the user is looking for, title, description, etc., but the engagement and the retention, and this is where it hit me. It's true, it's not only a search engine, it's a social platform, right? And it's funny because I ended up asking people who have a non-trivial number of views and subscribers in their own channel. So for example, who are also into SEO, so they know how to optimize well. So I asked Anton from SEMrush, and I also asked Craig Campbell, who has his own channel too. And coincidentally, they both mentioned that the search functionality or search as a driver of traffic is not necessarily the most important one for their YouTube channels that have, a few thousands of subscribers in each case, many more than mine, right? So it's something to keep in mind that to become successful in YouTube, we will need a little bit more than just optimizing for relevance, right? It's important to not only be relevant, but to make sure that our videos will retain the user and keep the user engaged, and to be referred again and again with them, and to get even more subscribers and grow this relationship, this community with our audience, right? And it's important in order to do that, to understand our audience preferences, and also what is going on already out there with our competitors. So for that, it's actually pretty straightforward because, again, we use SEO principles, but with a few other set of tools, right? So we can start with those tools that we use as SEOs that also support YouTube as another search engine, right? So for example, Keyword Tool.io, Ahrefs, they have YouTube here to identify which are the top queries, the top terms that are being searched within YouTube for our topic. We can identify the videos with more engagement also with tools like Buzumo. We can also use other tools like vidIQ that is specific for YouTube to refine the terms by using for example, the search volume within YouTube specifically that they will tend to show, and they will have also other metrics to show the type of competition or the level of competition that each one of them have. These tools also, YouTube Body and vidIQ, they will overlay, they will provide this Chrome add-on, and they will overlay to show you which are the tags that are being used across all those videos, already ranking well for the type of queries that you would like to target to identify more ideas. Google Trends also has this YouTube filter. If you want to identify the trend or seasonality of any topic, and then you can use a couple of tools like Social Blade and Nox Influencer to do an analysis of your competitors or the leaders in your sector, right? So I went and searched for SEO-related channels and which are the top ones. I wanted to understand what is the behavior that these channels have, right? How often do they publish? When do they publish? What are the topics that they are already covering, and the ones that are more viewed, and the ones that have a better engagement, that are working better for them, which are the terms that are being used to optimize each one of these videos already, to take that as an input. And then, of course, we can use tools like SEMrush to identify here for which topics feature videos are being shown, or videos as thumbnails with the own organic results that are ranking or targeting this type of queries already, to identify extra opportunity within Google too. And for which of these terms it is already YouTube ranking there within the Google carousel too. So we can already use many of the tools that we use, and the type of rationale and steps that we use already in SEO to identify opportunities to rank better with content and connect this with our own website. So for example, I will say, okay, what are the topics from this potential type of topics that I am already identifying for which I already have content, and it will be far easier for me to just repurpose the content that I already have, and I don't need to start from scratch, and I will be able to already reuse in my current page to also support the text content that I already have. So based on all of this, I will come up with this list of criteria. The search volume, low competition or medium competition to start, high topical relevance for audience, high expertise. I should be able to talk about it, of course. The visibility to produce and cover with a video. Is there a video intent to be shown in Google search results? The possibility to repurpose, or if it is aligned with my marketing and business goals, of course, at the end of the day. So for me, this was to try to avoid two generic topics that, for example, the competition was very, very high already, and they were very well established channels already ranking for them. And realistically, this is not what I usually speak about, talk about, or share about in general, but go for more specific, technical, strategical type of topics that I usually cover that will connect better with what I can offer of value and differentiate myself. And of course, we need to remember that this is about being relevant and not going for the size of the topic or the audience. And based on this, what I did is to establish a video publishing schedule like this. So for example, I will record every Sunday the video of next week. I knew that on Monday I will publish the video like this. On Tuesday I will promote it like this. On Wednesday I will repurpose and I will publish it on my own website, etc., etc. So you can do a schedule like this and to try to keep consistency. And I ended up producing 24 videos so far by doing this about these topics, right? Remember when I told you, so I wouldn't speak about 2 generic type of topics but those where I will be able to actually deliver more specific value that I had more expertise about. So these are the type of topics that I have already covered. And coincidentally, I identified that other players also do this. Of course, like SEMrush, they have their video series, Weekly Wisdom, SEMrush Toolbox. As you can see, they keep consistency with this. Barry Schwartz do the same with his own vlog and interviews too. So it's not only me who says this or who does this, but this a more of a standard within the industry too. Another important aspect is to have a good video tracking system from the start. We need to measure in order to better identify opportunities and optimize our process, of course. So YouTube already comes with a very powerful analytics. You can see all of this. They will be able to show even the keywords, even better than Google Analytics, that are being used to find our videos within their own search engine. So I won't stop too much. You just need to go through it, but it's very, very powerful. But beyond the typical, right? vidIQ, they allow you to track your own analytics evolution versus your competitors. You can even be alerted of trends of when a topic starts trending and a new video is being searched a lot, or a new video has been published. You can use Run Ranger. It's amazing because Run Ranger allows you to track the rankings of your video within YouTube, not only Google, within YouTube. And then also they allow you to track the search features that are being shown in Google with your videos, and even the position within the carousel, in the video carousel. So you can understand how it evolves over time and which are your competitors within the carousel too. So you can see the trend over time like this. Is amazing, the granularity of the information they provide. Of course, we know that Google Search Console has recently published all of these video-related features also in the Google Search Console. Unfortunately, the granularity is not yet there, but we can play around this. And realistically, the pro of the Google Search Console is that it also allows us to troubleshoot structured data issues with our videos that we are going to see that we want to have when we embed them on our website too. So once we have all this ready, finally, we can start optimizing the key areas of our videos for relevant and better structure. So for example, we should start with our own channel, with the base of everything. The description, the keywords, and we're publishing every videos. If we use these tools, TopBuddy, vidIQ, they will directly suggest semantically connected, relevant type of terms that we can use within our title, the description, the tags, which are the 3 main areas that we can optimize and we can start with. And as you see, we have a good suggestion system here. We can use all the tools that I mentioned before also as a support system. We can add relevant hashtags. Take a look when we develop the description of every channel, of every video in our channel. And you can see that this hashtag that we include in the description, will be later highlighted above the title. And we can also use hashtag within the title too, right? And this will become clickable and generate a YouTube search for whatever we use as a hashtag too. We can also upload our own higher quality closed captions what were covered before, and we can use platforms and tools like Ref, which are rather cheap. And also, let's take a look at which are the top ranked videos for the queries that we want to rank for, and identify what is the gap with our titles, with our own description, with our own tags, to identify opportunities if there are any terms that they are using that we are not. And when I was doing all this, I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of effort. Should I be spending my time doing this again and again? So I wanted to test which of all of these elements actually play a role in the rankings within YouTube, right? So the title, description, hashtag, tags, closed captions that I mentioned before. So I tested it as a good SEO. I started to include some dummy text testing all of these elements to see which videos ended up ranking for this dummy text at the end of the day. So the results suggested after a while, when I started to see consistent results, that it is actually the title, description, and hashtags that play a role, right? And unfortunately, no tags or closed captions, but realistically, closed captions should be used for other reasons too, for hearing impaired, to watch the muted video, no native audience support. People like me, sometimes when I see people from Scotland speak, I don't understand at all, unfortunately, still today. So yeah, another new opportunity has started also within Google search results, because Google has started to show timestamps in the run videos, right? So in order to generate those, you just need to add, like this, the labels for the different topics that are covered within the video, in the video description, within YouTube, the label and the timestamp here. Where do you start covering each one of the topics? And with this, you see that are really trivial to generate. Google will end up like taking this and showing, instead of just the single video within the video carousel, they will highlight the video in this way, which is rather nice from a click-through rate perspective. It also, is important. That only happens, unfortunately, on mobile. In desktop, it's still shown like that. So for example, this is the same result in mobile than this in desktop. So in order to be able to be shown like this, we need to be first able to rank within the carousel. So relevance, again, is important, and to be able to be included there. Besides relevant, we need to optimize and promote the video in order to be able to get that engagement and retention that I spoke about. And the first step in order to do so is, how do you, when you are ranking already like this, how do you start engaging and retaining the users, right? To be able to grow even your subscriber further. So the first thing is the thumbnail. Take a look. This is how you can differentiate yourself among many other videos and to improve your click-through rate among many of them, right? So you should think about thumbnail as ads for your video, and to make them to stand out. When I started, I created this thumbnails that were rather generic, and I realized, okay, I need to start taking photos for every video in order to do something funny or descriptive enough for the video. Then I realized that I was wearing the same shirt every time with the video, and I needed to invest a little bit more on clothes after I got a couple of comments about this. Anyway, so we definitely need to replace the default thumbnail that will be generated with one of the screenshots of the video like this. And actually, these tools that I mentioned about, VidaQ, TubeBuddy, they will help you, can highly facilitate this process too. And even with TubeBuddy, you can run A/B tests with your video. If you have enough views, you will be able to do A/B tests to see which is the thumbnail that has better engagement, for example. Another recommended functionality that you need to make the most out of is playlists. You should create playlists like this once that you have enough videos, in order to organize them and to make them much more easy to be browsed, right, from a topical and relevant perspective. We can also add info cards within the video, and all of these options are included within YouTube Studio. In order to include this little cards where we can refer to other videos or playlists. We can promote the channel if we want. We can include a poll for something that we are covering with the video. Remember about the engagement? This is a very cool way to generate engagement. We can also add end screen to the videos at the end of the video to recommend the user to keep watching and see more of the videos. And also the platform here, YouTube, allows us to choose specific video to recommend, that a video that we may think that is relevant, but they also allow, we can also select that they can select whatever video from our channel they think might better fit the audience preferences. It's a little bit, self-automatize and optimize like this. So it's about not being shy. We need to ask the audience to keep watching, to get answers at the end. Don't stop, don't go. Like, you will get all the answers at the end of the video. Keep watching 15 minutes. Anyway, like the video, to leave comments with questions, to subscribe to the channel. Yes, it's a community. It's a social network at the end of the day. I try to do it, as you can see here. Like, thanks thanks for the comment. That is great to hear. I need to improve my community management skills. Definitely, I'm not the best. But if we go and see the super popular channels of YouTubers, right? This is Juan Pazurita, which is one of the top YouTubers in Spanish-speaking world. We can see how, take a look at this. In the description, the first two things that you can see above the fold without having to click is watch more with a list to the playlist. Subscribe here, trying to get the users to be subscribed because, of course, next time he publishes a video, that video will be by default recommended with an alert to that user, right? The first comment is his own comment. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video. It's super useful, right? And he pinned the comment so the comment will be always shown at the top one. So we need to be a little bit of community managers in order to promote our video, incentivize subscription, and even to think that this shouldn't happen only within YouTube, but also outside YouTube, from social media, your newsletter, email signature, website, etc. I try to do this a little bit offline too with stickers. Yeah, I sponsored a little bit of an activity that I was giving away. And I know that, for example, Barry Schwartz, that is very well known in the SEO world, he ran this giveaway. I'm going to speak a little bit more about this. In order to get subscribers, this is not unlike in SEO and in Google, where you shouldn't buy links. In this case, it's okay to do this in YouTube, yes. And so what I started doing also is to invite authoritative guests, like in this case, the Google Trends analyst, who will have other type of coverage, of course, and an influence than I do. For example, Barry, who speaks about everything in Google, he ended up covering the interview. He could have taken a better caption of or very screenshot of the video, because these images like this end up ranking in Google Images too. Everything is connected. So whenever someone interviews you, ask, the image of the video, please make it a good picture of me. Anyway, you get links. You can get git links, embeds, etc. from other websites. And we need to try to do this at the start because of the freshness factor that has been validated and improved many times with YouTube, right? So engagement and retention required to use conversion and community management skills, as you can see here. But there's much more into this, right? We want to expand and repurpose YouTube video for Google search rankings as good SEOs do. So what I will recommend is that if you have already an e-commerce website and category pages, landing pages, product pages, you can, whenever it is relevant, to embed the video there. But if you are not, or a professional, or you have a blog, you can do this also with a blog. So I created a section within my own blog, and after a couple of days, I will embed the video from YouTube first in the blog post, along a video transcription. If you already have an article or a content for the video topic, you can embed it there directly instead of creating a separate post or article to avoid cannibalization. And like this, you will support the existing content that you already have, right? When you embed the video from YouTube, I will recommend to include the rel equals 0 parameter to show related videos only from your channel and not other channels. And then you can also link, and I will recommend that you link to your YouTube channel saying, did you like this video? You can subscribe right away and receive the videos here. And the link can include this parameter saying that the user will get a little window requesting to subscribe directly to the channel too. This might be a little bit of intrusive, but anyway, let's do a little bit of everything just to try to push this forward, right? We can include these little logos at the bottom of our videos, the watermark, in our entire videos. So anybody can easily subscribe just by clicking on it. And of course, remember that I mentioned before about the captions. You can also generate with Ref, for example, the transcriptions of the videos for really, really cheap. However, if you want this for free, what you can do, because YouTube also generate the captions automatically within their system, so you just need to wait for a few hours. After a few hours, this will be enabled. So you can go here to the open transcript here. You can toggle the timestamp timestamp. You can copy paste and you have free content. You can have the transcriptions like this for your own blog post. And this is for the first few weeks, right? After a few weeks, you want to replace that YouTube embed by a Wistia one. Why by a Wistia one? On one hand, because Wistia will allow you to include structured data for video objects, structured data that will generate much more easily a thumbnail for your own blog post where you are embedding that video. That on one hand. And on the other hand, I will show you in a minute the other outcome of this along the results, right? A lot of effort, a lot of work, which are the results. You can rank for those not yet so crazily competitive queries by doing this, but highly relevant for you. So for example, you can see all of the rankings that I have within YouTube, like this, or this. And you can rank as well in Google search results with your YouTube videos and embedded videos in the blog post too, like this, or this. And ranking also in Google search results with the posts with a video thumbnail, which are much more easily generated with the Wistia embed that I showed before, or be ranked twice within the carousel, because this one is my Wistia embed in my own blog post, and this other is my video in YouTube. And I was able to do this only when I didn't use YouTube in both websites, in both presences, right? I guess that for Google it's much more straightforward to identify that is the same video if you are using YouTube, the YouTube thing in both, right? But if here it is Wistia, you can get away with it seems, at least for now. And then, of course, you can additionally, if you are shown first in the carousel and you include the timestamps, you can be shown like this. So this is cool, right? And you will think, Aleyda, oh, this is amazing. You're a winner here. Congratulations, populars, like YouTuber of the year, whatever. Unfortunately, you need much more, right? You need much more. I'm not Casey Neistat. Even if I am ranking, because how many people searches for progressive web apps optimization? Like, not that many. I am number first, of course, but not that many. I will need to reinvent myself to be able to speak about more popular type of topics. But at the end of the day, realistically, I am being effective with my audience. I won't start speaking about, I don't know, how to, do an avocado wherever, because everybody's searching for avocados, right? I don't know about it. I'm not an authority about it. So unfortunately, I will need to stay with SEO topics. And this is something food for thought, right? Phil Nottingham, he's an expert in video content. He works at Wistia. And he was retweeting this the other day, that it was someone complaining, saying like some 53% of YouTube video have fewer than 500 views. So do you think in 10 years that this will get even more or less competitive? And he was thinking, it's like, why do you need to think about these huge numbers for your videos? It shouldn't be about raw numbers. It shouldn't be about volume, but also to connect with your audience. And if your audience is niche, as it is, technical or strategical SEO as mine, well, the numbers won't be as big. So remember about Barry's giveaway? Well, he was giving away a lot, right? And he was complaining also a little bit, say, oh my God, yeah, I think I suck at YouTube giveaways. I only gained 227 new subscribers. Like, what is this, right? He was giving away 25K, I mean, in tools and passes, etc. And somebody told him something that really resonated with me, right? It's like, your target audience, like semi or pro SEOs are already there. You could get probably to 500,000 by producing clickbait videos like rank in 2 hours for free or something like that, which shouldn't be the purpose of the video in any case, but it should be something more about this. What is your actual goal for your relevant audience? And if it is niche, your results will be, the raw numbers, right, will likely to be niche too. So we need to keep in mind is relevance, engagement, retention. And in order to learn a little bit from this journey, but also I really don't want to stay with, less than 2,000 subscribers, because that is too bad. So I'm trying to incentivize and be more of a community manager this year. This year, my goal, I will continue with the videos, but my goal alongside the videos, I realized the importance of the social aspect and community aspect to it. So instead of only trying to optimize and try to rank in the first position for the terms, since they are very specific anyway, I will grow my newsletter community and subscribers, because it's much more straightforward to push and promote the videos within my newsletter like this. And let's see what happens by incentivizing more and trying to connect more outside YouTube's to refer and to gain subscribers in these other ways. This is going to be one of the ways, but I will try a few other ones too to see what happens. So thank you very much for listening. Hopefully this will be useful for you too. And remember, subscribe. I need to refer to subscriber too. Thank you.